Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. And y'all know what it is. Look, I told y'all earlier, I felt like another watch along was coming along, and here we are. So can y'all hear me? Can everyone hear me? And so, okay, look, we are here. We will not be here for 3.5 hours like we was yesterday. Okay, that will not be happening today. But we will be here for around an hour, a good little chit chat, a good little watch along, a good little live commentary about the episode 3 of Days of the Bishop's Lives. As I like to, title these things. I always say, look, when stuff becomes a reality show, at this point, I'm just following the story. All I'm doing is following the story, okay? So I hope y'all got y'all water, some juice, some vodka, some or Hennessy, whatever you indulge in, okay? Have your treats and your snacks. Come on back because we have a good time around here at the corner, okay? Now, do not forget to do a couple of things to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, don, okay, and don, because that's the thing to do. That's what we love to do. Do not forget to also follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG. Girl, cut the volume off. Okay. On IG and also on Twitter, because that's why we talk about that. If y'all wonder what I'm doing, I'm posting on IG telling y'all what I'm going to be doing. So follow me around there, okay? Y'all know to like the video, to comment in the comment section, because this is a conversation between me and y'all. Okay, between us, between them, they, his, her, and all the things that come with it. It's a conversation, okay? That's the point of the comment section, is a chit chat amongst each other and with me. So please be active in the chat, because that's where we have the most fun. Okay? And y'all know to hit the little share button to share this on your social media. Now look. Hi, I am here. Okay. I got my hair twisted all back. I was gonna put my hat on, but I won't. I may, throw my hoodie on because it's very cold, because y'all know I have my air on full blast. But anyway, we here, okay, to have a conversation. And we're going to hope and pray that my internet connection does not act stupid. Okay, but hey, to everyone around here, okay, yes, let's get it on. Okay, hi, everyone. Okay, good evening, cousins. Because at this point, we are cousins. We all cousins. Am I the auntie though? I don't think I'm the auntie. I think I'm a cousin too. Okay, but anywhere I go, we here to have a whole good time around here. We hope everyone had a good day and will have a good night. Okay, yeah, we here for the chat. The chat be everything. Okay, look, yesterday's live, there was over 3,000 comments. Okay, you hear me? Because I can see how many comments is made. And when I went and looked at the analytics page to see what happened yesterday, what we talking about, I said, Jesus, how many comments was it? It was 3,579 comments. That's like 1,000 comments an hour. Y'all be commenting, and I love. Okay, so the comment section is a thing to always be a part of and stuff. Okay, but hey, to everyone who is here watching the live. Hello to everyone who will be watching the real play. Okay, hello to all my mods. Okay, to all the JayBirds, to all the newbies who around here. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. Hey. Hey, Keshwar, okay. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, hey, Karla. Hey, to everybody that's around here. What up? What it do? What up, though? Okay. Why not? We need to, we look. We are not having. I cannot do 2-3 hour nights in a row. No, and it's not the live he did is only like 39 minutes, so that's about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Cause I talk too much, but yeah, it will not be 3 hours. It will not. No, ma'am, not at all. Okay. They won't. The church is like, what's happening? What's happening? Okay. Imagine being robbed at gunpoint. Your bishop is online with his shenanigans. Okay. Why isn't he praying over the flock? I don't know. Hey, my sweet babies. How you doing? How you feeling? What's going on? Okay, love, life, and positivity in the midst of the foolishness. You hear me? Okay, so we in this thing. Okay, we in this thing. Hello to everyone. Are we? Yeah, we 7 minutes and we 7 minutes in. Now, yesterday, okay, yesterday, well, you go. That's good, Kishwan girl. Glad you're here. Okay, so because y'all know I love all y'all. I love everybody. Okay, look, this is the place of. That's what you see the ambiance of it all. Ignore my shoes back there. Okay, my shoe racks back there. Okay, ignore that. Around here, the ambiance is love, lights, and positivity in the midst of the foolishness. Amen. Okay, so anyway, so yesterday live, it was 3 hours. It was over 3.5 hours yesterday. We will not have that today. However, Bishop Robbery, aka Bishop Whitehead, okay. I'm assuming if you watching My Souls on Andrew, hey Ma and hey Uncle Andrew. Okay, my uncle's in town right now. However, Bishop Robbery. And I don't mean that in any rude way, but I'm like, he's a bishop. He was robbed. Bishop Robbery. So Bishop Robbery, aka Bishop Lighthead, we know that yesterday he was round here. Well, yesterday and the day before, he was round here acting a plum D fool. You hear me? Out here acting like he ain't got no coots. Out here acting like he don't know what to do. Okay, and when acting like you don't know what to do, you get talked about. It becomes a conversation because us people around. It's my lipstick. I ate some fries about 5-10 minutes ago. I hope my lipstick don't look crazy. Okay, I put this my lipstick from this morning. I ate lunch and dinner. My lipstick. Anyway. But when you act foolish online, folks like myself, people who review foolishness and the things going on in pop culture or in the news, this is what we do. So if you act around here acting a fool is going to get talked about. So Bishop Robbery, a.k.a. Bishop Whitehead, was very upset at Larry Reid, at Bishop or Pastoress Genesis. I think it's pronounced Genesis. Bishop Warren was very, very upset. Very upset, and was on the live and was going off and cussing and fussing, calling Larry Reid a FAGGO. T, okay, called a Bishop Pastoress Warren a Biggie Big, call her a blimp. They call her a fat slob. Okay, was I told both of them to kiss his ass. I say, Bishop, what is you doing, Bishop? So again, we seen all that foolishness yesterday, and it was Cray of the Z. Okay, now Mama tell Uncle Andrew, he gonna hear me cussing now, cause I'm at work. Okay, let him know he gonna hear some words. Yo, use it. Because if y'all don't know, I do not curse around any adult in my family. Even though I am 40 years old, I do not curse in the presence of any adult in my life. Okay, and not in my mama's. Girl, I said as my mom, not my uncles, not my aunts, any older cousins. You know what I'm saying? I don't do it. So let Uncle Andrew know he gonna hear some words that is colorful, but it's okay because I'm at work. Anyway, that all happened yesterday. So today, we seen he was on another IG live with two other gentlemen whose name I do not know. And he was talking about what happened. He went into detail a bit about the actual robbery. And did y'all see when Soldier Boy described when he was getting shot at? He they came with guns. Bow, bow, bow. Okay. I then said boom, boom. It was like it gave me Soldier Boy not recanting, but recapping when he shot at someone which no one believes. Okay, so that's how it seemed to me. But I say, honey, let's have a conversation between the Jay and the Birds to see what happened. Now, I also seen a longer version of the robbery from Bishop Robbery's church. Okay, the clip we kept seeing was only like 40 seconds. The full clip is about 2 minutes. Now, it doesn't give us much more. We just see what happens after the people leave and folks look frazzled. So no one is questioning if a robbery actually happened. I don't think anyone, ever said that. Thank you, Andrew. I don't think anyone ever said that. I think everyone's situation about what happened was it a setup? Because we all saw the robbery happen. No one thinks it was fake. We just wonder who is the insurance check gonna go to. Now, then we have some questions. Okay, so I have the longer version of the actual robbery, and then we have the quick little conversation that Larry Reid had, which led me to the live that Bishop Robbery had. Okay, so that's what we're here for today. Now, y'all already know if you round here, it's the footage and my commentary. So don't be in my comment section after. Why are you talking? Because I am a commentary content creator. So Bishop Robbery, we wish blessings upon blessings and healing upon healing for anybody who was there at the church, the bishop, his wife. So Bishop Robbery, Mrs. Robbery, baby robberies, the congregation of the robberies, we want all them folk who went through that traumatic experience to find healing, because being robbed is traumatic. No one is making fun of the people and what they experienced. What we is discussing now is Bishop Robbery on all these IG lives discussing it and his wealth and his cars and his whatever, and defending how much money he makes and where it comes from, versus talking about praying for and helping the people who are traumatized by the robbery, which came by the way of your flashy lifestyle, which no one said you can't live, because people who have money can live how they want to. But usually, if you are a person who is flashy, they have 400 grand worth of jewelry on your body, you should have some security. You hear me? Okay, that's the thing that should happen. But I'm going to leave that be. So I hope y'all have already liked the video. I hope y'all have already hit the like button. There's 250 people in here. I hope y'all have hit likes. Okay, cousins, let's get into. Now, I'm going first. What I'm going to play first? I'll play Larry Reid's comment first because that's a separate video. We'll then get into the video of the actual robbery and then the part of what he said. So this is what Larry Reid said today on his, I got it from his Instagram. Now y'all know Larry Reid out here. He is a YouTuber. He does a whole bunch. Let me see what he does. Let me see. Let me tell y'all what Larry Reid does. Your battery low. Larry Reid, because I know he's a YouTuber. I know that for a fact. Okay. He's entertainment, news, and talk show based in Atlanta, streamed on Facebook and YouTube to a combined following of over 340,000 and 30 million views on YouTube. I thought he said he was a bishop. Maybe he's not a bishop. Maybe he's I don't know. But Larry Reid, that's what it is. Okay, I don't know that. Again, I still to this day have not watched or went to Larry Reid's page. I got all of this from his Instagram. That's it. And I'm not following that man on Instagram either. Okay. But this is what he said after the whole live, the Pastor Bishop live, the commentary after the live is what Larry Reid said.
I am going to say this to make sure y'all get this to him because y'all get everything else. Y'all, the minions that's watching.
I'm not a minion, but because he said make sure to get this to him, I said, okay, because that means I'm able to share this and I should not get no copyright strike on my page because you said to share it. And so I'm sharing, but I ain't no minion now. I'm a YouTuber. But let's keep listening.
Because of the situation, me getting down on the floor, mimicking him when he was getting robbed. Okay. Clearly, I offended him.
You did.
I can apologize for that.
That's great.
I am sorry.
Okay.
But this is my job. So, although I hate that you was offended and hurt,
right?
It looked like you was. That's not my intention. I would like for everybody to be mature enough, like I am, to be joked on. But people aren't.
They not.
He's alive, hell. So I'm thinking it ain't that bad. So I can joke with this story because no one died killed in the church like the rest of the stories. But it still bothered him. So I can apologize for that.
So that's all that he put on his Instagram. Now, the caption, which I'm finna share my screen with y'all so y'all can see the caption of that post, which was the shadiest shit I've seen in a minute. Okay, I was like, oh, you were shady as the days is long. But again, at the end of the day, that's what that man do. Now, again, y'all see him say he apologized for the getting down on the ground and mimicking that part. He didn't mean to mimic that part. That was the part that man was offended about. I'm sorry for that. I can commend a person who apologizes for the thing that he said offended him. The getting down, the getting down. He ain't like Larry Reid said, my fault, I'm sorry. Okay. Now, Larry Reid, I'm pop myself off screen so I can see what I'm doing around here. Larry Reid, okay, as you look, he got 80,000 followers. Cool. Boom, pow, pow. Okay. And where is the thing right here? Okay. Right here. Now, his captions say, I apologize for reenacting him getting on the floor during the robbery. The next day, he apologized to me and to Atlanta Pastor, who was Pastor Genesis Warren lady. Please don't mistake my apology for recanting any other commentary outside of that because the FBI raiding his house, taking cell phones to him, right, and him taking money recently from people deceptively is true. I have little remorse for a robber getting robbed. That's what Larry Reid said. That ain't what I said. That's what that man said. Okay? Larry Reid said that. I'm going to repeat it. He said, I apologize for reenacting him getting on the floor during the robbery. That's what he said sorry for, okay? He then said the next day he apologized to me and to Atlanta Pastor. Please don't mistake my apology for recanting any other commentary outside of that because the FBI raiding his house, taking cell phones, and him taking money recently from people deceptively is true. I have little remorse for a robber getting robbed. I said, okay. Again, that's what he said. That ain't what I said. I ain't say nothing. That's what I'm reading what that man said. Okay. Now, let's go to Bishop Whitehead, who I'm also not following. I told y'all I don't know these people. Okay, grab my likes and I got some comments. I'm gonna leave that stuff be. So, Bishop Whitehead, around here, we see he was as we see he was always going live from a church near you with the backdrop of backdrops. Okay. He's always in flashy suits. I'm not gonna play nothing because I don't want no music being played and my stuff possibly being shut down. Look, he right here now. He got what is it, a Louis Vuitton a jacket. Okay, he's in the Rolls Royce. Is that a Rolls? He fancy. Okay, he's a fancy, but he afford what he can afford. Okay, he buy what he want to buy. Okay, he do what he want to do. Okay, we see he is all over his own IG page, posting what he want to post. Okay, big chains. Okay, big chains around here. Okay, sunglasses, chains, everything being jewels. Okay, flash out. He won't lose. Okay, cool, sir. That's fine, sir. Okay, we see that man and his wife. Okay, on May 15th, and happy anniversary. Yeah, anniversary. Okay, so him and the wife of whatever. Fine. So again, he round here, okay, being what he wants to be, spending the money he wants to spend. And I'm showing y'all all this for a reason. I want to show y'all how he out here, posting, living his life. Okay, living his life. Flashy life. It is what it is. It is Rolls Royce. That's fine. We see Jay-Z and DJ Khaled and fancy cars. We see Rihanna and Beyonce and Nicki Minaj. We see all kind of people in their fancy stuff. Okay? He lied because Jesus said so. That's what his caption say. And his Gucci jacket. And his Fendi sunglasses. You hear me? Okay. So I want to make sure y'all see, what he posts on his page. Now look, your pants up too high now. Why your pants up so high? I'm trying to wonder. So, as long as y'all see that this man be the one posting himself looking amazingly fancy, living young, fly, and free. Okay? Boom. Stop sharing. Back on the screen. We now gonna get into the live. Okay, I had to show y'all that stuff because at some point he may say who was to blame for him being robbed. He said that, not me. Let's get into the live of what happened. Okay, congratulations. Let's go. Now again, here is the longer version of the live robbery that Bishop Robbie went through with his wife, his children, and the congregation, and the bishops, and the deacons, and the usher board. Okay, and the tambourine players, and the usher board hold the tithes and offering basket, and then the gentleman who sat there a long time in that black suit and didn't move. Okay, so this is a longer version and then his live.
How many of you have lost your faith because you saw somebody else die what you about to go through? Yo. All right. All right.
Why he just sitting there looking? He didn't even look scared. What you dropping? Probably rain. Probably rain. Backdrop bandits. Yeah, Buddy ain't scared of nothing. Buddy ain't move. He ain't gonna move. You know, he could have been shocked. He could have been shocked. You know, yeah, they said the camera did move, you know, to the side, to the left, okay? And, you know, the reason people laugh initially or made jokes initially is because he sat there and he kind of looked like, and the camera slightly moved to the side. And even though I made the video as loud as I could get, no one really made any sounds. You heard a baby cry like maybe 2 times, but that's it. Not more than that, okay? But let's keep looking because it's about 2 minutes. All we really seen was about this much of the video, but it was longer. Now we do, if you notice, you do see a jerking motion of him jerking at the passive robbery because he was pulling his passive white thing off to get the man jewelry up under his coat. And I'm out. Gotta go. Oh, I'm back. I'm going again. They gone. Yup. Oh, not black suit move. So this is the part that none of us saw. At least I did not see until today. We see the robbers run out of there, and we will now see the folk that's moving around, and now we hear sound of it up. Come on, hustle. Now she looked worried. She wasn't a bad actress. If anybody was in on getting that man robbed, because look, what I want to reiterate is, they still came in fast. They came in fast and left fast. They came in to strictly get Bishop and Bishop's wife stuff. They didn't take nothing from nobody else. You didn't even hear them ask what this is my thing. And this, I told y'all, this is why I said Swiss cheese. It's holes in it because it's Swiss cheese, you hear me? Because I've never known for not anyone, and I'm not a robbery, burglar person expert. I'm not a cop. I don't know nothing. But from watching TV, because I watch the TV shows, okay, I feel like never do we hear, and I hope y'all can hear because my signal is low, but never have I really known for armed robbers to come rob people and no one in there say, everybody give us your purses. Everybody put your wallets out your purse. So the part to me that seems strange, and I'm not saying the robbery itself is a fake, I'm saying either way it go, something in the milk ain't clean as far as if it was a setup to specifically rob Bishop robbery and his wife. Because they didn't go for anybody else in the church. They didn't ask for any money. They came, what robbers come in for strictly jewelry? If you're gonna rob the church, you're gonna at least ask what tithes and offering is. You in my thought process is you would also ask the people around there, hey, put your purses out, pull your wallets out. So that's the one weird thing I thought was weird. Is that We fully seen a robbery happen. We fully seen people react to the people after they was gone. But I was like, I'm surprised the robber didn't say ask anybody else for their money. Because who had time to take jewelry? I want y'all money. I can spend money. You have to go and pawn that jewelry, which they don't know whose it is. In my opinion. So that was the question I had. In my head, I said, well, dang. They didn't ask for the people to enter the wallets because to say everybody get out. Don't move. And all 4 robbers, or 3 or 4 robbers, go to one person. And it's supposedly, 75 to 100 people in there. Okay. I'm not a thief. I don't rob nobody. Okay. I am a law-abiding citizen. If I was ever a robber, and I'm robbing the church of a fancy pastor, I would at least say, hey, everybody throw your wallets to the side. Because you would want to come there and get everything. So I think that's why it was just weird. Because we do know at the end of the day, it was a specific hit to rob that man. So my thing is, who set that up to rob just that one man? But let's keep listening.
Nico, go. Oh, God. Please, Nico. Stay there. Stay. Don't move. Come here. Come here.
Stay?
Come.
Bitch, they robbed us. I'm leaving. Why would I be here? It's time to go. And if you know, let me wait a little bit. Okay. So, dude who wasn't moving at first, okay, we didn't even know that anyone was even next to him or whatever. But he just watching everything happen. And then once they gone, you notice it's like it was more people over there because he kind of disappeared. He moved now. I can move now, Bishop. Can I move now, Bishop? No one is like he going for us. Why ain't nobody calling 911? Someone please call 911. Tell them the alleged assailant is 5 foot away and he stopped me. I'm sorry. Anyway, but like it's just weird in my opinion. So black suit sitting there, put his phone out, and then he walks away. Again, it's someone next to black suit man. So not only was black suit man not moving, the dude next to black suit man didn't move either. She was scared. She wasn't in on it. Okay. Now it's a second black suit. See, they go second black suit man. It's weird that what? Look, bruh. Call 119. Call 119. Okay. It was just weird how even the reaction after the fact. I'm like, why? Oh, what? Okay.
Stay.
I ain't staying nowhere.
Come here. Come. Go to your mom. Go. Oh, just stay there, okay? Come.
Hey, this is the calmest post-robbery I've ever seen. I've never seen it be so calm to me. The fact that we see multiple people walking around, but no one is saying, hey, did anyone call the police? Yes, and the women are the ones doing the most moving. Why the men ain't doing more moving? But,
Come on, Jaylee. Just don't worry about no fucking iPad. Come on, it's an exit this way.
Gucci, is that a Gucci? I'm playing. This is all we see. So that you see the little blonde hair, that is, Bishop's wife. So we know Bishop's wife was. Why everybody in black?
Sit.
What happened?
So again, That was all. That was the full clip, the full video of the actual robbery. So I feel like the questions people have, even based on that video, is like, why was everyone so calm? Why didn't anyone move? Why is it so quiet? Why? Because my thing is, it's just weird. And Bishop gone. Bishop gone. Now he addressed that in the last he gonna do. You hear me? The robbery was a very calm robbery. Everyone was real quiet. And if someone walking with guns, I'm, oh my God, Jesus, tell me to be quiet. It was so quiet. It seemed quiet, calculated, expected. I just feel like no one, the kids know how to be quiet in an emergency. Okay. Anyway, let's get to listening to the actual live. I'm going to pop off screen because I think my signal was being done because it's 460 folks around here. Make sure y'all have liked the video and y'all have already subscribed to my channel. Please and thank you. Okay. But, look, what we do know for a fact that the robbery did happen. No one is questioning if the robbery actually happened. We do know that now. We just wonder why the hell was the robbery so quiet. And I felt like the robbers was running around so much. Y'all could have tackled them. In my opinion. But let's get to watching.
Stay. Don't move. Come here. Come. Go to your mom. Go. Oh, Jesus. Just stay there, okay? Come on, Jaylee. Just don't worry about no fucking iPad. Come on, it's an exit this way. Come on, it's an exit. We gotta exit. Stay right here. Sit.
What happened in my church on Sunday was beyond devastating, right? It was something, it was something that was not supposed to ever happen at all, right? But it happened. And what I've been dealing with my church and my family is the mental and physical abuse that they have to go through, right? For
mental and physical abuse. Okay. Again, I feel like, even him saying like this is something that should have never happened. True. I can agree. Okay.
Being in a place where they're supposed to be safe, they're supposed to be worshiping. This church is a place where we drop our guards, right? Everything. So we are as vulnerable as possible. So now I have to deal with a hurt church mentally. And I have to now, as a shepherd, even though I felt like a failure, and that's what shepherds do when we try to protect our sheep as much as possible. And me even feeling like a failure now, I still have to try to build up my church, build up their minds.
Okay, that's true. You should be around here, build it up and feel it solid. Okay, but you on lives. I feel like after this happens, you should be tending to your flock as a shepherd. So again, it seemed like he cares more to discuss defending his own ego about feeling like a failure because he cannot stop the robbery that we don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But sir, why not just go around there, talk to your flock, your sheep, your people of the church, and do that? But no, you around here. But let's keep listening.
So while we were talking, I actually hired a therapist
Good.
For 4 hours.
That's it? Okay.
I had my young people do some time in the beginning, and I had the adults in the second half, so that therefore they can talk out their issues.
Yeah.
So the robbery happened on Sunday. Today is Wednesday. And I feel like no one probably is even able to talk about it because it just happened. This is why you should be somewhere consoling them folks, because it's going to take time for them to get over the gun robbery of it all. Thank you. Was it Rameli Buxton Johnson for the super sticker? Thank you very much. Okay. But yeah, he out here. I know I had to get therapists for my people for 4 hours. You know, I did the grown adults at halftime, the children. But I feel like that should be a focus, not on IG Live. Just saying.
You know what I mean? Because we got to understand, brothers, like, we're in a house of worship, and in our mind, God is protecting us, and nothing like that is supposed to happen.
Well, sir, first of all, God is everywhere. Okay, God is not only at the building where you stand around. God is everywhere, and not only that, you know, bad things happen. We've seen shootings happen at churches. You just got robbed, bro. We happy. No one was hurt or harmed in this situation. Just saying.
Yeah.
So now my thing was, I want to make sure that the church is not mad at God.
Why would nothing happened, sir? The church not mad at God. They might be mad at you. But I don't think nobody is mad at God, because people get robbed every day all over the world, Craig. Bad things happen every day all over the world, Craig. When any of your parishioners had a car accident or they slipped down the stairs, people can be mad at God for different reasons. I think you're putting on too much.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that we now start to really academically exegete the scripture where Isaiah says, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. But Isaiah didn't say it wouldn't be formed. So now we gotta be in that part now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta be in that part now, right?
The bishop. Bishop. And I talked, and this is important. We had a chance to talk to you, man, and before we got on here, because like I say, Isaac, this is everybody wants to gravitate to the negative. I want to ask you this: is there anything that's happened over the last 24 to 48 hours that you may want to apologize or say, you know what, in a moment of hurt for what happened to my children, for what my wife went through? All husbands and fathers can relate. Mm-hmm. Like I can't say what I won't do when it comes to my wife and my children. I'm just being honest. Like, is anything, because people are on here now, is there anything that you maybe want to say, or kind of not even point to anything specific, but just something that you want to say that may have been said out of anger or out of hurt or disappointment, that you kind of want to not even so necessarily apologize for, but just say anything about?
Just give context, maybe context. Which means when we sing your ass, okay, my leg itching. When we sing your ass on that live, cussing and fussing with them folk, with Larry Reid and Bishop Warren, which you knew was out of pocket, do you want to address that? Because nobody in the world felt like how he responded. Well, some folks say he was fine to do what he did. I still feel like we all know he's human and humans make mistakes. We all know that. That's fine. However, I also feel like how he reacted to something so trivial shows to me he's not a man of God. Because if you've been around the world and you know you've been ridiculed before, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So I feel like he's saying you acting a fool. Do you want to address you acting a fool? Because we all saw you act a fool. The reason you here is because you acted a fool on somebody else's live. So come on here and see what's gonna happen on this live.
Changes everything.
Yeah. Thank you again. I thank my brothers again for allowing me the opportunity for that. You know, I do want to publicly express myself as far as in a apologetic form of what happened with it, I believe was yesterday.
Nigga, you know what it was because you was there. You believe it was yesterday? Sir, weren't you just there? Ain't it the following day? It's the following day. It is the following day. And even him saying how he wants to, thank these two gentlemen for allowing him to have, to come on their platform to publicly apologize. I always feel like you apologize on someone else's platform that not many people even know happened. I feel like you should have apologized on your own platform because you are the one who is trying to fix what you did. But to apologize on these people platform and the guy who laughed it ain't there no more. The shit is gone. It's taken down. I don't know where it's at, but it ain't there. So apologizing basically in secret and just hoping this video will get picked up to get spread around. No, the apology should be just as big as the situation. But I'm gonna let that man be.
I was watching a broadcaster, and I guess we could just put out there the young man, Mr. Reid, and my team sent me, the live with him and a young lady by the name of, I think, Pastor Genesis or something like that nature.
Your team ain't nothing. Your team is shady. Because I feel like, why is they even watching people discuss what happened? Why ain't the whole team working on getting the new building fund to get security money to get security? Why ain't the team around here focusing on helping you and your wife and the kid? Like, I feel like everybody in this situation who was actually in the situation worried about the wrong thing. Meaning Bishop Robbery, aka Bishop Whitehead, and his team. Because ain't no reason for your team to send you something to anger you, for one. And then two, why did it matter? But I'm gonna let that be.
And I sat back and I was watching. And I saw my church was being abused.
Sir, stop making up stuff and lying. No one was abusing your church. And as I seen someone put in my comment section yesterday, people joke and talk crap about God, our Lord and Savior. You can't be a man of God as you say you are, how you are also connected to all these folks in the world or whatever, and you have thin skin to where when one person is talking about something that the world is also speaking about, but you have all that smoke for them to, because there are other people who said stuff. That's the crazy part. So again, his whole narrative of what my team told me that the live was going on, I said, no, your church was not being attacked. The gunman is the ones who attacked your church. The armed men attacked your church. Not even me or my JayBirds is around here attacking your church. We are discussing something that happened because you live streamed from your church. You then went and acted a plum D fool over someone laughing about the thumbtack backdrop, the step and repeat, and the mannequin challenge deacon sitting down while you got robbed. Sir, stop.
And when I heard the laughter of when a gun was in my 8-month-old baby's face.
First, and I look, no one laughed at that. No one found that funny. No one found that funny. And the fact that you keep making that the narrative It's crazy to me. I don't know. Maybe you are so traumatized, sir, and the glasses that you wear that I'm so asking where I'm from. Maybe you ain't seeing things right. Maybe. Because no one laughed at that. They specifically said, if that happened, because I didn't see it, that's horrible. But I mean, we didn't see it. We didn't see it. How can we laugh at something we did not see? We only laugh at the things we saw, which was the step and repeat backdrop with thumbtacks and the Madigan Challenge deacon who was sitting on the side. That's all.
It was laughter. And then when I saw my church being talked down about, I erupted as a father, as a husband. I started to think, because I was there.
My church was being talked down about. My church was being talked down about because they said you had used thumbtacks to put up your step and repeat. I'm like, sir, first of all, thumbtacks are literally used to stick shit to the wall. No one said that you use nipple clamps to tape to clamp these stuff. No one said you use anything weird to tack stuff to the wall. So why are you upset? Hey, Nay. My cousin, hey, Nay. Well, hey, Nay, and the Marcus, and, and the whole family, okay? And me and Brian. But again, you are up here fussing about, because what they said was the thumbtacks and the backdrop looked a little bit cheap. Okay. So what? Who cares? Again, I don't feel like anyone was maliciously attacking his church. We've been talking about your fashion all this time. Because you're sitting up here in your office with your Gucci hat on and your Gucci sweater after being robbed because you still gonna be fancy. But maybe all he may not own Nan shirt from Target. He may not own Nan Fruit of the Loom shirt. All his undershirts and sweaters may be fancy, fancy, fancy. That's on you, sir. But I mean, you can't. Some folk don't like how you dress. But being upset about someone saying, "Oh, it was thumbtacks." So, if thumbtacks are supposed to be used to tack shit, especially temporarily.
I was on the floor. And I was on the floor looking at my wife and my daughter with a gun to their face. So I started to process that. And I started to become in that and back in that place.
So the thumbtacks triggered you. The thumbtack jokes triggered you into seeing your wife and child be in this traumatic experience. And your reaction to that was to get on live and fuss with them people. My reaction would have been to go hug my wife and my child. Well, my husband, like, because I'm not lesbian. But I would have went and hugged and was close to the people who I love the most. That's just me. But your reaction as a husband, as a father, as the head of that, was to go and, fuss with the man. But okay.
I started to become defensive.
You did.
But what I want to do is I want to apologize to Mr. Larry Reid, and I also want to apologize to Pastor Genesis for speaking out of character.
Oh,
right. Speaking out of character, speaking more so out of my emotions, to a place where I became flesh. I became human.
That's big.
You know what I mean? I became human. I became flesh.
At what point in life are you not human? I'm just wondering. I know you're not supposed to be of your flesh when you out here, sinning or whatever. I get that. They say if you're of the flesh and you out here sinning, that's one thing. But at what point are you not human? I just want to know. I'm just wondering. But I just feel like he making up words. I feel like he just Googling words and talking. And that's it. So you can't say you want to say sorry, but then give every reason as to why you did what you did. Because that means you're trying to justify the reason you did it. That also means you don't feel like you're wrong. I did it because of this. Because I became human. I thought I was already human. Because I was in my flesh. Okay. But the way you acted is of your nature. I'm just saying. Sir.
And I became protective of what I actually see right now. My wife and my daughter, my 14-year-old daughter, she don't even want to wear her diamond earrings that I purchased her because she's afraid. She don't even want to wear name brand clothes anymore because she don't want no one to feel that she's bigger than them, and she don't want nobody to take it from them. And the tears and the eyes of the women of my ministry as I saw it. So that really, it tripped me up. It really tripped me up. And I jumped in my flesh. I and I lost my character.
I fully believe that's who he is as a person. I fully believe when he is not in control of his own narrative, the real him comes out and he's trying to cover that part up. Usually who we are can come out in our anger. Who we are can come out in a way because we don't want to control what people see. And when he went on that live, he went from 0 to 100 real quick. And it wasn't even a fact that he wasn't even, this is the thing. He wasn't even upset about what they were saying. He was upset mainly, and the thing he kept talking about was, oh, y'all teasing me because of how much stuff I have. You're teasing me because of this. Larry Reid, and it was all materialistic stuff that he was first fussing about. He never really was talking about the robbery itself or what anyone went through. He never even really addressed that. The most of the live was him fussing about who had what for longer, who had more money, who's done this or that. That's what it was really about. And not only that, to bring up how your 14-year-old daughter is now traumatized. And so why are you on live? Because no one is forcing you to be right. Now, look, I appreciate the content, sir. You're going to probably help me buy a new car. But I'm just saying, you're still on lives defending your actions and telling us how traumatized your child is. But daddy around here on lives talking about why I was on here fussing with Larry Reid and a lady who I don't know. I told y'all, people have a switch. I have a switch. And when my switch is flipped, I'm trained to go. It's the reason, but in my old age, I've learned how to not let things upset me. I've learned how to keep myself in control of my actions because I want to consistently be a better person. I never want to have myself misrepresented. Bishop man right here has been able to cover up his true ways. And it came out on the live. Basically. And the little part of Larry Reid showing Larry reenacting bishop robbery, getting down on the ground. To me, that wasn't even a big issue. To me, but it was to this man right here. But he came on the live after Plum D fool. A Plum D fool. And then stayed on the live long enough to tell them folks to kiss his ass. Then did his own live where he continued to defending his money-making lifestyle. It had little to do with the actual robbery. That's the part I think he missed. He ain't fooling me. Not today, not ever.
So I really want to, whatever they do, if they accept it, or don't accept it, I understand. But I really want to apologize to Mr. Larry Reid and also Mrs. Genesis for just getting out of character and not being the man of God that I am.
Yeah.
I was just, I was a father.
That's big of you.
Oh, shut up. You know, the only when Kirk Franklin was fussing with his son privately, and his son Carrion recorded him cussing at his son, that to me is someone reacting to a situation that warranted them getting upset and a bit out of character, because you are fussing with your son who you had a consistent situation with. Not saying Kirk Franklin was right, but to me, that is a situation where someone who is within the realm of God will sometimes act a bit out of character because it's something that you're always dealing with. You don't know that lady, you didn't know they read, and the way you talked to them and reacted to them was completely different than someone that's being upset with someone they know and went off. It's different. So even him horribly apologizing, because he's all in his apology, he was defending his own actions. If you can't say, you know what, I did this, it offended you, I'm sorry for the part I played and the debacle that went on, I should not have went off how I did because that wasn't right. But no, he walked and talked around everything he did. And usually, people of God or people who try their best to not act out of character only does it when it's like the fact that he didn't cuss out the robbers, the fact he didn't get up after seeing someone put a gun in his wife's face, a gun in his child's face. The one time we should have heard you fussing and cussing was when the robbers left and they were gone. My first words as a person would have been, these motherfuckers put a gun to, like, that's when you would have heard me cussing and fussing about that. Because that is what would have got me pissed off. I can't get pissed off about people I don't know talking about this shit. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. That man got up calm, cool, and collected, and swiftly and calmly walked out and was gone. We didn't hear not hide or hair from him at all. But the live he came on there acting a plum D fool. On the live, he said he was so upset. On the live, he said, "Oh, I was so upset about this that I was, sir. Yeah, Princess K. Kirk went off behind closed doors because we are fully well aware that people in the ministry, people who are in the church or whatever, they're not immune to mistakes and acting fool. We know that, but usually you expect them for it to make a little bit of sense. And because this robbery, which people are just kind of seeing how it was just weird and talking about it, and some folks gonna crack jokes. It is what it is. But you acted a plum D fool and then try to explain away why you did it, and then wrap that up with a fake ass apology. But we'll keep listening. We'll keep listening now.
Man, listen, that's big of you. I don't care what nobody in the comments feel today. For you to, whether or not people think you should or not, to take accountability and say, you know what, I want to apologize for getting out of character to these two individuals or whoever has had something to say about you, says a lot in itself. I just want to say respect for that.
Yeah, I just want to say this, Isaac, before you say, I want to say this also. You know, I want the LGBT community to understand this as well. Like, I'm not homophobic, right? If you look at my ministry, you know, I just teach the word of God, right? And it's your civil right to be who you want to be, right? And you be who you want to be, right? And I don't want, you know, I call Mr. Reid out of his name. And, you know, like I said, it came out of anger. And it didn't come, I didn't call him, because I called him a faggot. But I didn't call him.
You see Top Man face? What? Say what now? You did what? Oh, Lord Jesus. What do we have here? Okay. First of all, I need y'all to take 20 seconds and like the video. Because liking is the thing to do, and it gives me time to take a breath. Okay. But again, he's getting into talking about, you know, him calling that man the F-A. I'm sorry, no, F-O. See, I can't even spell it. Is it F-A? No, is it F-A? Yes, F-A-G-G. I can't spell it. It's F-A-G-G. Actually, I can't spell it because I don't use words. F-A-G-G-O-T. Okay. So yeah, he's getting to that part of the conversation, and yeah, dude face up top was like, "You said what, my nigga? I ain't know that. I ain't know that." Now we had a whole conversation yesterday. Some folk felt like, "Oh well, you know, Larry Reid referred to that man as a sissy, and if you are a straight man, that's the same as being called, you know, the F word and blah blah." I say, look, all I know is the F word is offensive to people of that origin. And when someone says that word to someone who was a part of that community, you're saying it to be disrespectful. You are trying to use a word that you know is the complete, you know, worst word that, you know, whatever. You're doing to be rude. Okay. So, and he trying to explain, well, I wasn't trying to be mean. Yes, you were. And you meant it maliciously, and it's fine. And we also know everyone on that live, the Larry Reid, Bishop Robbery, and also the prophetess Miss Warren or whatever, they all played a part in the foolishness. But I'm telling y'all, the people who I know who are in the LGBTQIA community have all said to me that the F word is, you know, like the N word. Because I see that's what I've been told. I'm not gay. However, I have friends who are. And that's what I was told. And the reason he said the word was because he knew that. Bishop Robbery knew exactly what he was doing when he used that word within his anger. And he said it like this. He uses, that's his word.
As a to offend him if he was a homosexual. I called him that because from where I'm from, the culture of Brooklyn, where I'm from, we would say that to people that act in that way, as far as I felt that he was poking at me. So therefore, where I'm from, I would say that, right? To fight back. It wasn't an attack on the LGBT. Yeah, I'm sorry. Somebody called me and it just paused. So I just want everybody to know it wasn't an attack on nobody's culture or nobody's decision, right?
However, not calling that man Bishop Smollett. Bishop Robbery, sir, you can't make it seem as if you when you call some he keeps trying to explain around what he did. That's how you know someone isn't sorry. When you have to explain around things, you're doing it because you want people to excuse your behavior. You don't really want them to be offended. You want to, I did it because of this. It should be fine. Right. Why he blaming Brooklyn? We know better. If you are supposed to be a man of the cloth, you can't be blaming your city or your borough. You can't be doing that. You can't, because you can't justify bad behavior. You can apologize for bad behavior because no one's perfect. But he's up here talking around it, okay? And that's that bullshit. But let's keep listening.
It was just emotional. So, and then also I called the young lady out of her name as well, Miss Genesis. I love women. My mom raised me.
Nigga, no. Negro, no. Negro, no. You call Larry Reid one word. You call that man the F word. That's all you really call that man. Well, I think you also call him a buster. You can't say that you love women when you set up there and call that lady Biggie Big, a fat slob. She need to lose weight. You kept going. You was harder on her, who said less, than you were on Larry Reid, who said more. So miss me with your pink sunglasses and your Gucci hat saying that you love women. No, sir, you were worse to her. Yes, also call her blimp. So I don't know if you realize that video of that live that went viral. But you can't up here say to me, and not in my face, not on my watch, that the continuous disrespectful terms that you called that lady means, or in any other world, that you respect women. You can have an issue with what she laughed about. I get that. Whatever. However, you kept going at that lady's weight and looks because you do not respect black plus size women. You don't. But a lot of folk don't. I know that as a black plus size black woman. I know that. So please miss me with the bull of the shits. Okay? And yes, people love going and tossing fat insults as if we did not wake up fat. Like, I know what I am. I've woken up this way. I know that. But you try to consistently hurt her feelings by calling her different kind of fat names. Yeah, Biggie Big. Yeah, you're a blimp. You're a fat slob, is what you were saying, with venom in your voice. You can't come here today and tell these men right up here, oh, I love women. I'm going to say sorry to her. I love women. No, you don't. You can't. You can't. You can't. Not in how you talk to her for really no valid reason. She had not, that's the venom you give to somebody who you got beef with. If you beefing with somebody, okay, whatever. You went hard at her, did not let her talk, so much so that she just stopped talking.
Father was killed when I was 6 weeks old by 16 white police officers because of the color of his skin. My father's name was Arthur Miller. He was the first I Can't Breathe. He was the first Eric Gardner and Mr. George. He he was choked to death, right? So
Sir, Bishop Robbery, stop bringing your dead father, may he rest in peace, into your foolishness. That man died when you were 6 weeks old. That man's death has nothing to do with what you did on that live. that man's death has nothing to do with how you feel about black women. You cannot say that your father was the first George Floyd, because I'm pretty sure that people were choked to death before your father. Many slaves were choked to death. So you have no idea who the first Eric Gardner was. I'm sorry, George Floyd. George Floyd. Sorry. So you can't do that. You up here trying to apologize for disrespecting and going off on a black woman on an IG Live because she made a joke about some funny ass shit. And now in your apology, you want to bring up your dead father, who died, who was killed when you were 6 weeks old. I'm confused. I'm confused. What anything has to do with the other. And also, what he tried to do is he tried to bring up a situation that's so sad. You can't come back and fuck with him because his father died when he was 6 weeks old. He was murdered by 16, racist people. You can't. No, I'm gonna say, may your father rest in peace. How he was killed is horrible. However, what you did and how you did it was fucked up. I cannot give you sympathy. You want to know why? Because many people was out here losing parents at young ages. You're not the person who has the stronghold on that. That ain't how it happens. Not at all. So trying to talk around that ain't gonna help you here. Not today, not ever. Nigga.
I never had a dad. Women raised me. So I love, I always respect. I'm pro-woman. So I just really wanted to let everybody know that I do publicly apologize for that. And if I didn't mean it, I wouldn't say it. People know me. And
you've been lying, sir. Sir, shut up.
I really do mean it, and I just really wanted to clear that up. And thank you guys for giving me that opportunity.
And man, you ain't there yet. Like he told, man, you from the streets. Like you just like.
What does that mean? I'm from the streets. I live the life, but I'm saying like what? Because he's from the streets. What does that mean? Respect should be respect. I'm dude in the bottom corner, like, nigga, what? What that mean? What? You're so what? So what? We grow up. We grow up. The way I respond to people now ain't how I responded even 6 months ago. The way I respond to folk now ain't how I respond to people 60. No one, you grow up no matter what street you look. I am a girl from the look. I was raised in a hood as well. NFL for life. Niggas from Linwood. Okay, I've been around gangs and foolishness my whole life. But my parents raised me to be an upstanding citizen around here. So for him to say, I was raised by women, well, don't blame them for your fuck up, sir. Don't do that. And please, top man, don't make excuses. Oh, you from the street. So what? Girl, get out of my face.
People don't know you've been in prison. It's been gospel music that has saved your life when you were in prison. And I'm not trying to say you perfect. I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect. Nobody in these comments is perfect. But I do want to give you a chance to speak. We've been cutting you off.
I just want to say, first of all, thank you for that, Bishop. Once again, as James said, nobody asked you to do that. And, it may be received. It may fall on faulty ground, but nevertheless, it's your responsibility to do what you felt like you need to do. The question I do want to ask you, Bishop, is I
want to say this. Bottom man with the black hat on, he had some better points. He had some better questions for that man. And I was like, you know what? I like that. That's a good thing. Ask them things that we need to know.
Let's dig into this. I think it's important. I believe the older I get in life, I realize that sometimes things can be taken out of context, and I believe context is the one thing that gives people a chance to look at things in real time. What do you say when people say you were a target based off the way you dressed? One day was $400,000 worth of jewelry. Today we've been hearing it's $1 million worth of jewelry between you and your wife. Whatever the case it may be, can we speak to that? Because they say you the way you dress, your jewelry, what you drive, you showing your stuff on social media. What do you say to that for those who feel like you were a target as a pastor who dresses like that and all those things?
So when we look at the way I dress, right, I always tell people, you will never understand my praise if you never understood my pain, right? And growing up, my mom was single, right? And I grew up eating pork and beans and franks. I grew up taking the food stamp booklet when it was different colors to the store, right, to buy food, right? And my endeavors was to buy my mom's a house when I get older and do certain things. And when I was, fast forward, I grew up without a father. My older brother was killed. A freak accident. He was in a junkyard in Brooklyn, and he heard the ice cream truck, and there was a stick with a hood of a truck on it. He kicked the stick and it crushed him. So my older brother was killed.
First of all, it's killed. Killed. Second of all, he died tragically. What this got to do with it? Right, sir, answer the question. Answer the question, sir. What does this have to do with the cost of tea in China? I also want to buy my mom a house. I think everyone wants to buy their parents. Well, I don't have to because she owns her house. But I'm saying everybody wants to purchase things for their parents who helped raise them, this and that, and this. Now, we never had food stamps at all, to my knowledge. However, but what does that have to do with? It's like you talking again. He's looking for sympathy first to excuse his actions. Because if I'm a poor black man who had to eat pork and beans and I have food stamps, I'm supposed to be able to be a flashy pastor now in my late years in life. Okay.
When I was younger. And so I didn't have no real male figures in my life to help me understand how to be a man. I had to learn how to be a man on my own. Then I was illegally convicted, sent away to prison for 11 and a third to 34 years. I spent 6 years in prison because they found out that I was illegally convicted.
He was not illegally convicted per se. He kept saying the search warrant was like, the signature on the search warrant wasn't valid. I can't think of what the word is. But he never is saying that he didn't do what he was accused of doing and went to jail for. They just had a warrant or I think it was a warrant or search warrant that wasn't valid. Sir.
And I was able to get out. I did everything right. I understand real estate. I've been doing real estate over 20 years.
You've been out of prison for 10 years. You was in prison for 6 years, but you've been doing real estate for 20 years. I feel like a part of your scheming and scamming that you went to prison for had a part to play in some of the faulty schemes and scams of the real estate bit. Because again, he's never saying what or how he earned money. He's only said, I went to jail, got out of jail, and started doing real estate. and now I get all this money and all this stuff. He forgot the question because he's trying to make up his own answer.
So I own blocks.
Where? I need a block tour. I need a whole block tour. Immediately.
I own a community, right? And I teach free classes that are $5,000 a class. I teach them for free to help our community learn real estate. So my thing is, yeah, I know they probably wilding, but it's okay. My thing is that if I don't take a salary from my church,
No,
so I don't. So if I make money, I should be able to buy what I want to buy.
You can buy what you want to buy. You also should have security with you if you're going to be flossing like you do. That's the part that people, I think, he forget. No one is saying you can't afford or you should not buy what you want to buy. What we are saying is, how can you afford it? What are you doing? Where did the money start from? Show us the block you own. Give us a whole block tour. That's what we're really saying. But again, he's getting all away from the point. I just forgot what the damn question was.
Wear what I want to wear, right? And people are going to ridicule me because I buy what I want to buy. I like jewelry. So therefore, I buy it, I wear it. I like houses. I buy it and I buy it and I live in it. I like cars, right? They talk about my cars, right? It's all right. But I'm not afraid to say I have 2 Rolls Royces. I have a Cullinan and I have a Dawn, right? Because
so basically what you're saying, Bishop, is you don't make your money from the church.
No.
Your money comes from real estate, and you take your money and you do whatever it is that you feel the need to do with your money, correct?
Yes. And when I gotta deal with the issues. When I go to my apartment complex and my tenants, they say, Bishop, we need this, no problem. We need that, no problem. I gotta make sure.
A good segue to ask this question real quick, and I'll give it back to James. But I think the segue is it's good to know that
bottom dude, like, you talking in circles. You're talking in circles and you're not really forthcoming with stuff. We on here too long. Get to the point. Because what you're saying, bottom dude was realizing he back pulling the pussy popping.
that your money does not come from the church, not from the parishioners, not from the tithe, not from the offering, but you work outside the church. And many pastors do that. And is it safe to say that you do things in the community for people, in terms of giving back to the community and things like that? I know it's just been things said, and I just want to make sure that you're heard. Nobody can speak truth like the person it coming from literally the horse's mouth.
Let me tell you something, right? The mayor of New York right now, his name is Eric Adams, right?
Oh, let's get into the connection to the mayor. Because we all know, sometimes we watch these shows where we know the drug dealing person or the person out here doing things has a connection to the mayor or the city council. On the Shy right now, or last season, the dude out of the mayor on the Shy on Showtime was crooked as they come. So please stop trying to connect yourself to the mayor as if that exonerates you from your shady dealings. You're making him look shady too.
My father mentored him, and he's my mentor. Before he was the mayor, he was the borough president of Brooklyn. And I was over the youth, right? Let me tell you something. I gave back to the community. As of this year, this will be my 10th giveaway, right?
Again, y'all, he's been out of prison for 10 years. If this is his 10th giveaway, that means he got out of prison doing giveaways. How? Where did the money come from, sir? Just wondering.
Since I've been home out of prison, 10th giveaway. I've given away over 9,000 turkeys, over 9,000 pairs of clothes, toys, you name it. My give backs, everybody come to me for my give backs, right? I give the community, everybody know, all you have to do is go on my Facebook page or my Instagram page and go all the way back to 2013 when I was released. Go all the way back to 2013 and you will see, all you have to do is YouTube Minister Whitehead or Leaders of Tomorrow Turkey Drive or Leaders of Tomorrow Toy Drive, and you will see, I don't have to say nothing, you will see all of the give backs. I've given, I give back to the community. I go to the homeless. When COVID hit, I gave away thousands and thousands of dollars. Like people know Bishop Whitehead.
People should know God. You do notice, if y'all don't notice, he's speaking of himself. He's speaking of what he does. He's not giving any grace to God for allowing him the means to help the people he helps. He's up here promoting himself. It's about him, his clothes, his cars, his money, his donations, his turkeys, his all that. True people, real pastors, when they talk about what they do, they always credit God for it because that's where it came from. That's why you're doing it. He's barely mentioned God in anything he did. He's putting himself before God. A lot of pastors out here do giveaways and this and that and that and this and this and that and that and this. Okay, the church that my mom and my sister and me, I don't go often, but that's my church home. We do giveaways all the time. It's never about our bishop. It's never about our bishop. It's never about our bishop. It's about the community and God helping people through whatever it is they're going through. I'm just saying.
Because I give back.
I give back.
50 Cent, he got saved in my ministry. He came to my church. He got saved in my ministry. You know what I preached? Get the strap. He gave his life to God after that preach.
Please stop promoting that you saved 50 Cent. I'm just saying.
Right? Fabio Foreign, Keisha Cole, so many, I could name so many celebrities that the traditional church can't touch. You want to know why? Because they know my heart. They know that I give back. They know that I love the community. I'm the one that, I was the first one that started to honor actors, rappers, musicians, celebrities. It was me.
He was the first one to honor rappers and actors and celebrities. It was me. I was prom queen, is what he given. It was me. I did that. It was me. I'm the head of CNB. It was me. Do y'all not see this shit? Girl.
I started that trend, giving the keys out. All y'all got to do is go back to 2013, and you will see that I was the first one to start giving keys to the city. I was doing this. It was me. And because my job was to bridge the gap between the church, the streets, and politics. That was my job. I wanted to make a marriage there because it was such a disconnect.
I just want y'all to see what I'm saying. It's him. He's propping himself up on a pedestal because he was the first one to do this. His father was the first George Floyd. His father was the
So, you know, I took it upon myself, and that's why I hold the weight. I hold the weight of my ministry, you know?
So Bishop, I absolutely, we got the give back part. And that's good. Thank you for saying that. And people in the comments were actually saying that they know you to give back. Has there been any updates on this investigation of who these people could have possibly? How many armed robbers were there? First of all,
there were 4. There were 4.
Are there any details you can give us to help try to maybe somebody on here watching may know? Were you able to get any information? I believe you saw the car.
Yeah, they took off in a white Mercedes. It was a CLA white Mercedes, and so we don't have any new things going on as far as new revelations, but I did put up $50,000 a cash reward from me. You know, they're doing their own Crime Stopper thing, whatever. I said I'm putting $50,000 up. You know, and whoever have information, because like I said, you know, what was done to the kingdom of God was treacherous. And I am the first pastor, and this is the first church to ever be robbed like this in New York City.
I am the first. Okay, I am the first pastor to ever get robbed like this. Me. Because I was prime king around this bitch, is what he's really saying. Okay? King Kong ain't got shit on him, is what he wants to say. He offered $50K. $50K to catch some folks. Okay.
It never happened before. I'm the first one, right? It never happened before at all. So you know, if someone have any information, you know, you can inbox me or call 911, but I have my own cash reward, and that's just what it is.
So forget the police and what they got going on. I got my own thing. They took at least $400K in jewelry and stuff or whatever. I'm gonna put up $50K of my own money to do this or that. That don't sound suspect to y'all?
Yeah. All right, Ike. Is there anything else?
Yeah. I just want to make sure, Bishop, as well. When you got up off the floor, I think the video cut off. I saw you gotta get up and run. Did you run toward them, or did you go directly to your wife and your daughter to make sure they were okay? Because it was on a camera's view at that point.
Right.
And
so
porn.
Yeah, you talked about how they touched your back and ripped off your other necklaces, and then so did you?
He asking the right questions. You hear me? He asking all the right questions. Sir, where did you go, you know, after them people robbed y'all? Where did you go? What happened? Where did you run to? To your family? Now, I'm thinking they must not have seen the full 2-minute clip that we saw earlier. Okay? I'm assuming they ain't see that. However, yes, what did you do after the robbery? What happened? Break it down for us.
Go just to secure your family, or what did you do?
So what I did was when so what happened was, let me just give you guys a little synopsis of what happened.
Not a synopsis. This is what I always tell y'all. People who aren't lying don't have to sit and think about what happened. They don't. This man is set up here and talk, and I cut this down. He talked longer. I cut it down to about, it was like 30, maybe like 39 minutes. You do not need to sit and think about what you went through, because you relive it. Whenever I do story time, I'm just speaking from my memory. You're not trying to really you're not trying to really think about it that hard. But let me give you a synopsis, sir. Let's hear this synopsis.
You know, in my church, the door, I'm facing the door. So my congregation, it faces me, so they can't see what's behind them. And when I saw them come in, I saw them all come in with their guns. Their guns was drawn. So I just want people to understand that the guns were out. And I know that everybody saw one of my preachers to the side because everybody's making memes about
like
him.
he was chilling, like Bishop. Like, I mean, is he a street guy and he wasn't moved by it, or like was he like?
No, he was. I would say he was more in shock of what was going on. And my ministry, so my ministry, I'm so hands-on in my ministry. They follow me, they trust me. So when the guys came in, that's why you heard me say, all right, y'all got it, like you got it. To let, that wasn't even, that was to let them know, but that was more so to let my church know, yo, we surrender. Don't even, because they know me, they know I pops off. They know that I'm not no punk.
You, sir, you're still not answering the question. What do you do when a gun is pointed at your head? What's the fucking procedure? You hear me? What did you do after they left? Did you go to your wife or to them? Where did you go? Even bringing up how dude was this in shock and how by me getting down was me telling everybody else, follow the leader. Well, dude in the black suit didn't do shit. He didn't get down. He didn't follow the procedure. He sat there and just looked. He looked like he knew no one was gonna get shot. Come on, Vivica. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So he looked like he knew it's okay. I can just sit here. Because if you were saying that you did all of that, so everyone knew what to do, and they said get out. He didn't get down. It felt like he knew he was okay.
So I had to eliminate that out of their minds, right? I had to eliminate, like, this is not a time to fight. This is not a time to jump. This is not a time to jerk. So,
but if you trying to go, you didn't act like. And I am not in no way saying that man should have attempted to fight people with guns. I'm not saying that. But you're contradicting your own self by saying, my people know I'm trying to go. My people know I go off. So I had to tell them I'm calm so they will be calm. I'm just saying.
What y'all don't see is there were two guys with guns up at the pulpit. There was another guy in the back with a gun on my deacon's board, like on a couple of my deacons.
Okay.
So they had a perimeter. There was a perimeter. Okay. So when y'all see the stillness, y'all don't see what's going on behind the scenes.
Gotcha.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And then the deaconess board, they sit in the front. So when I told everybody, I said, get down. And I know y'all might not heard it, but when I dropped the mic, I was saying,
oh, shit, sir, you didn't say that. You didn't say that, sir. And y'all know I'm finna play it right. Because he's saying something that didn't happen. He's saying something that did not happen. We heard the audio, and it did not at any time did that man say, everybody get down.
And get down. Yeah. And all of the deaconess, they like fell down and they was falling on top of themselves because they all women. My deacons are lined up another area. So they all was falling down, fell down. So while I was on,
we fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. Why we didn't hear nobody? We didn't hear no one hit the ground. We did not hear anyone hit the ground. Not a one. And we seen the two. I'm so mad because the clip of the little 2-minute thing. I don't want to rewind all the way back. But Larry Reid has it. Because I just want to, because some folk may not have been around here when, let me pause it. Because I feel like the other folk may not have been around here when we first watched it. Because he lying. Okay, because he telling fibs. I have to share my screen. Okay, so I'm going to mute. We're going to watch it. We're going to watch because he telling stories right now. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Hey, my sweet babies. Okay, he telling stories right now. I just want to show just the part that he's saying happened that we know did not happen. Put it all on screen. I'm going to mute myself, and I want y'all to watch, okay?
You saw somebody else die, what you about to go through. Yo. All right. All right. Yo, all right. Nobody move. Nobody move. Come on, hustle. Nico, go. Stay. Don't move. Come here. Come. Go to your mom. Go. Just stay there, okay? Come on. Come on, Jaylee. Just don't worry about no fucking iPad. Come on, it's an exit this way. It's an exit. We got an exit. Stay right here. Sit. How?
I'm back.
Floor.
Sir. You want to tell me, because you said, oh, y'all didn't hear me say get down. Sir, we heard them drop a ring. We heard the footsteps. We heard them pulling at your choker, your bishop's white thing or whatever. We heard all of that because the mic was right there. You didn't say nothing. We heard the ring. We know the saying. It was so quiet. You hear a pin drop. We literally heard a ring drop and bounce. We literally heard. Listen to me. We literally heard the ring drop and bounce. We heard their footsteps. But you want us to believe that you said, get down, It's okay, get down. But we didn't hear that part. But we heard everything else in the quietness of the most quiet robbery ever. You know, it was real quiet. So we heard everything. Except you saying, get on. Right. Soldier Boy. I said when I watched this live, I said it reminded me of Soldier Boy talking about the shooting, that it was fake. But let's keep listening.
I seen the guy come. He came, and one went to my wife and one went to me, and he had the gun to my head, and the other one had the gun to my baby's face, my 8-month-old baby face, because she was in my wife's arms. So imagine that, y'all. Imagine seeing a man with a gun in your daughter, your baby. And my daughter, all she could do is, like, you know, she got 2 teeth. She's like, she don't know what's going on. And her daddy, I can't do nothing.
Yeah, man.
I can't do nothing. So the gun was in her face, and I saw the man go and grab my wife's ring. He's like, they knew what it was, and they came directly to us. They didn't take it nothing from nobody else, and that's why I say it was a design hit.
That's the point everyone made. That's the same thing everyone said. That they came in there and went for you and your wife. No one is negating that fact. What we're saying is robbers usually rob everybody in the vicinity. And the reason it seems suspect is because they only robbed y'all two. And because that man said it and I moved. But I'm leave that be.
And they took her wedding band off, they took her watch off, they took her, and this was communion. So we had our collars on. And they took her Episcopal chain off. They took her bishop's ring off, and they went to take her earrings out. And he said, "Listen, I don't want to rip your ear. I don't want to rip your ears. So you take them out."
So again, we heard everything that someone said. My mods is on these bots. Come on now, mods. I see y'all on their ass, okay? But again, what was I saying? I get confused. The wife. So when he's saying the robber said, "Hey, I don't want to rip your ears, take your earrings off," what robber care? And again, why didn't we hear that? We heard the ring drop. I'm telling y'all, it sounds a bit made up. We know the robbery happened. We know that. It's not funny for anyone to have guns pointed at them. It's not funny. That's traumatizing. You hear me? So again, no one is making fun of the actual robbery. No one is making fun of anyone, any children and wives and women having guns or being traumatized. No one is laughing about that. What we're saying is, what you saying don't make no damn sense, sir. Because the microphone that picked up a ring being dropped and footsteps went around here, but we didn't hear no one talking to your wife. We also heard them snatching around your neck. But I'm gonna let that be.
So my wife put my daughter behind her, because now she has an opportunity to move. So she put my daughter behind her because the dude had the gun in her face, and she took the earrings out and gave it to her. Now the dude that was behind me, he grabbed my my bishop's ring off my finger. He grabbed my wedding band off. And then he took my chain, my Episcopal chain off with my cross off. And then he said, "Where's everything else?" So I ain't say nothing. You know, he said, where's everything? What else you got? I ain't say nothing. So then he started to pat my neck. And I had my other chains underneath my neck.
So let me get it straight. What he said before was, when they came in, I ain't want nothing to go down. So I got down, everybody get down, whatever. So you see it's a gun on your wife and your child. And they're asking you where the rest of your jewelry's at. And you ain't say nothing because you had it on you. You was going to stay silent to keep your jewelry on you versus giving them what they wanted to protect your wife and child. That's what I heard you say. What I heard you just say was, they took my wife's jewelry that she had on. They took my one necklace. I had more of them on underneath it. And when they asked me for it, I did not give it up. They had to pull it up off me. What person is so traumatized because they saw their wife and child with guns pointed at them, and you purposely, in my opinion, did not respond to the robbers asking you about your other chains? If your thing was you didn't react because you did not want anyone to get hurt, give them what they're asking for. Your wife had to put your baby down to take off her earrings to the robbers. You couldn't speak up to tell them that you had you couldn't speak up to give them your chains? Okay.
So he ripped my collar off. He grabbed my collar and he ripped my collar off. So if y'all might see it, y'all might see him jerking like this, but that was him ripping my collar off to get to my chains.
We saw that.
So he grabbed my chain, and you know my chain is a very unique chain. So it changed. So you can't rip them off. You can't just rip them off. They is like super locked. So he was like, take it off, take it off. So I said, I unlocked it, and then he grabbed it and took off. Then his guy, another guy, they switched, came back to me, and he started patting me down. So once he finished patting me down, they ran. So when y'all see me, right, I told my team, I said, get to my wife, and I ran after them, right?
Yeah.
So I had because I have a certain team that goes to my wife, right? And I said, get to my wife. But my thing was, I got to get to them.
You had to get to the robbers with guns. You had to get to the robbers with the guns. This is a very interesting story. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got my girl's shit. You ain't gonna get mine. Hold up. Now you want my chain? I want to keep my chain. Yeah, y'all come here. It be long because I told y'all, we're gonna be about an hour. We are 2 hours in, and we got about 15 minutes left of talking of him and then be talking to. The commentary is what I love to do. My throat gonna hurt when I'm done. I'm gonna be tired, but I hope that everyone watching me is entertained. Are you not entertained? Is that not why you are here? Boom. Okay. But pass on some bullshit, but let's keep watching.
I got to make sure that they are out of the church. I got to make sure that now I can defend in some way. Because when they ran out, I knew they had to go down because you have to come out and go downstairs. So I went behind them, and there's a big window. So when I went to the window, I seen them outside. Yeah, I seen them outside, but they was wandering. They was like this. So I said, oh, they stuck. So I go downstairs, and I forgot my keys.
If this isn't the most random conversation, oh Jesus, he had to get to him. He had to get to the robbers with guns, because it wasn't as if once he was off the ground he couldn't get shot. You want to make sure they were gone. Okay, cool. But sir, so I ran because the door over here, boom, the door over here. You get me? The door is over here. I'm right here. Okay, I gotta make sure that over there. I was like, sir, what are you talking about? What is happening? What do you mean? Why? And my keys. I have my keys. Why you need keys? Keys for what? Keys for where? What you need keys for? What? But let's keep listening, y'all.
So I told them to give me my keys. They went and got my keys, and now they ran off. So I jumped in my truck, and I made a U-turn. My deacons jumped behind me. I made a U-turn, and I run light because I know they was on foot. So I started driving down the block looking.
You jumped in your car to follow armed church robbers. Do y'all hear what he's saying? After they robbed him, he had to go follow them with his deacons. Him and the deacons went, because why couldn't y'all do that in the church? That's an enclosed place. You got to admit, they can't go nowhere. You got your keys to chase the robbers who robbed you, who still had guns. Who does that? His first statement was, when they came in with guns, okay, I'm gonna get down. We good. We're not gonna fight back. That was the first story. Now he's saying, after they robbed us, now we want to fight back. Now we got in my car. Now we fast and furious. And we're going to get them.
For them, looking down the block. So I go about 1.5 miles looking. I don't find them. So I loop around and I come back to the church. And then all police was there, whatever. And come to find out, what they did was, there was a car. They had a car on the corner. And when I had told them to get my keys, when I lost them, they jumped inside of the Mercedes Benz and they changed their clothes. So I actually drove by them. And didn't even know. But when they seen me drive by them, because they knew my car. Now that's a whole nother story, because like I told the media, I've been doing interviews and I said, y'all the ones that put me in a position to get robbed. And I'm gonna talk to y'all about that, because
dude, look at their faces. Look at their faces. First, he seen them in the window. Then he chased them down in his car, but lost them. But he also know that he saw them in another car and changed clothes. You saw. How did you know? How you know it was them? If they changed their clothes, how did you know that was them? If they was in a different car, if you lost them, how did you know any of this shit? How? And then he got into the whole part of, because the media is the reason I'm even in this. Now, y'all, if anyone's been here when I started and I showed y'all his IG page and I showed y'all all the stuff that he posts of himself looking flashy, he's now saying the media is the reason that he's in this predicament. After he's chased down the guns, the armed robbers who robbed him and his wife and put the gun on the baby face, he went and chased them down in his expensive truck, couldn't find them, but he knew some kind of way these people in different clothes in a different car was the same folk that robbed him, and he knew they saw him, even though he didn't know that's who they was. Okay.
Hold on, you said the media, you feel like the media put you in a position to get robbed?
Yeah, because if y'all do the research, I don't know if y'all know about this, but a month and a half ago, there was national news all over New York City, all over the world, when there was an innocent man got shot on a Q train and died. Did y'all hear about that? It was an innocent, right?
I did hear about that. It was
national news. Innocent man got killed. They said a guy was just walking back and forth and pulled out a gun and killed him. Now, the young man that allegedly killed him, right, their family watched my ministry. So they called me the next day and they said, Bishop, we need help. And I said, what's going on? And hunt for him, so I Googled it and I said, oh, shoot, So I immediately said, look, y'all got to trust me. He got to turn himself in. So I negotiated, talked to them, and I got on the phone with the mayor of New York, and I got on the phone with all the top chiefs. And I said, listen, I'm going to turn the man in. Everybody know me. So now it starts to buzz everywhere that Bishop Whitehead has the young man that is wanted throughout the nation. So now all of the chief.
He wanted in the nation? How is he putting himself as the most popular person when someone got killed in the... Okay.
Chiefs are calling me, the commissioners are calling, everybody's calling me. And me and the mayor was talking, and I was telling him, like, listen, this is what we're gonna do, blah, 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 blah. And we talked about that. But anyway.
Not you telling the mayor what's gonna happen. Right. He a superhero. He a superhero. Okay. If you say so.
The family, we set everything up, but the family had started to listen to the lawyer, and the lawyer was a legal downtown. He said, bring the boy downtown, so therefore I can meet him, and then we can turn him in. I told them, don't do it that way. I said, listen, there's a manhunt. They kicking doors in. Meet me, like the way we spoke about, and let me, do the surrender. So they listened to the lawyer. So they text me and said, Bishop, can you please meet us at the lawyer's office? Now, I had my Rolls Royce truck out, and the media.
That's the double R truck.
Yeah, the Cullinan. Yeah. So they started to take pictures of my. Thank you, man. Yo, they started to take pictures of my truck, and they started to post it. And so when I went to go to the lawyer's office, they had police over there that they didn't know, I didn't know. And when he got out the car, that's when they arrested him. But they didn't kill him because, they didn't shoot. I was there.
Not they didn't shoot because I was there. He didn't die because I was there. He's alive because I saved him. My truck, it is a nice truck. It is a nice truck. Yeah. They took pictures of my truck. And the family listened to the lawyer and not me because he's the fucking lawyer.
So, I surrendered the kid, but after the surrender, I had to do a huge press conference. And
you did not have to do a huge press conference.
And I said, listen, he was going to surrender himself. It happened over there, whatever. But the point that I'm making is they plastered me. The media plastered me everywhere.
You want to know why? Because you put yourself in there. You just said that you had to do a whole press conference. You didn't. You also didn't have to pull up in a Range Rover truck. You didn't have to. You came there flashy. And you're now saying because you came somewhere in your flashy ass car and your flashy ass clothes, it's the media's fault for recording you and showing what you was out there doing? Okay. I
was a black man.
So, but hold on.
Are you saying the car? That's how the car got no.
Yeah, the car got in there, and they.
Bishop, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna just say this. Let me just play devil's advocate. The media, absolutely. You say they did that, whatever. But what about the people that saying, "Look, Bishop, we see you posting all that stuff. We see you rolling around the Rolls Royce. We see you with the chains on. We see you."
Bitch, you got a bad house too. And
look at him smiling. Look at Bishop as they talk. Look at Bishop Robbery as they talk about what he has. Look at the smile on his face.
You got, like Bishop, like I think let me be honest. I think what the wise thing in this from moving forward to do, you need to hide that Cullinan at my house. I'll make sure.
Your eyes.
Isaac gonna take one Rolls Royce, and I'm gonna take. No, but I'm not trying to make life. I think we have got to get that out the street. And I can take a Rolls Royce. I'll take, but no, in all
I'll take one R. James can take the other R, and we can call it a truce. Because see, they're not looking for us.
Yeah.
So now he laughing about it. This is funny, but he won't laugh with Larry Reid and Bishop Genesis. Okay.
Definitely not for those double R truck. They're not looking for that.
Oh man.
I give you my Camry, man, and that way you can stay low. Good. But no, all
Wait,
seriousness.
hey, Jays, I do want to mention one more thing, man, because I think it's so good that we can ask these questions because we want to talk about the things that have been talked about. So one of the main things that people are talking about or commenting about, it was your backdrop. Mm-hmm. They make it a big deal between the young man who didn't move and the fact that you didn't have an LED screen or whatever you had, step and repeat or whatever it was that you have. Like, how do you? What's your take on that? They saying Bishop has this, but the church looks like this. What's your take on that, and how do you address that?
Yeah, so everybody can know what's going on, right? So we rent that location, right? And it's a temporary location, and you know, we have to break down, and we have to put it together every Sunday, right?
Okay.
The man who told us earlier that he owns a whole block is at a rental church. Yes, at a rental church that they have to stage every Sunday. The man who said he owns a block is renting space to have church where they have to push pin up the step repeat backdrops every Sunday. Rhythm schools! Rhythm schools! Right, I thought he owned the right, Kathy. I thought you owned the block. I thought you owned the block. He just said, yeah, he said it.
We have a church building. Our church is a block long. Okay. We have a church building. We purchased a church building. We have a church building, right?
Okay.
However, there are some legal things that we are still doing, right, before we move into the church, right?
If there are some legal things, now I want to say this now. He never says what legal things is going on. You're welcome. I hope y'all are entertained by this foolishness and my foolishness. Okay? But thank you. But again, he never goes into detail over what those legal situations are. But sir, you can't say that you own a block, you own a church, but because of some legal situations, y'all can't be in there yet. That means you probably don't own it, sir. You don't own it. Because if you own it, nothing legally could stop you from being in there. Legally. When someone said there are some legal issues going on that I can't, that means you and your people do not have the legal needs to be in that building. So you went around here renting space and putting up backdrops every week.
So at the end of the day, there's no reason to have an LED screen in the back. There's no reason. Where are we going to put that there? Because this location that we have, right, they have other events there, right? So there's no place to put it there, right? So it doesn't make sense to buy a LED screen and to carry it back and forth to get broken. So this
is the thing. He's not even thinking about. No one assumed you were renting space. When they suggested, hey, why don't you have a better backdrop than the push thumb text stuff that you had up there? No one knew you were renting your church space. No one knew that you had been renting this church space for however long. Because if you had that much money to have $400K worth of jewelry and you offering $50K for the robbers, you could have spent $50K on a 6-month lease space to be there until your own block is ready. And that way no one is having to build up the church every Sunday. and break down the church every Sunday. You having church in the same place. It's probably a baby shower, bachelorette parties, strip club parties, dildo parties, I don't know, teacup, whatever. You are renting the space. No one knew you were renting that. Why? Because you roll around here in Rolls Royce cars and Gucci down to your socks. So no one assumed you was renting this. They thought it was your space. The reason folks said that was because they assumed you owned that because you said, I own the block, I own the block, I own the whatever. Who run around here in Phantoms and all these fancy cars or whatever, and all these fancy clothes or whatever, and $400K in jewelry, but you are renting the UAW hall every Sunday from Local 59. We need a church to end because the next baby shower starts in 45 minutes type of location. So while you want to make it seem like I don't use thumbtacks, you use something that pushes in and pulls out because you have to leave every Sunday. So it's weird that he's saying people making jokes. They making jokes thinking that you own something that you do not own. And we know some people may not be able to own their own space. I get that. But when you are boasting as much as you do on social media, people assume you own what you have. And you don't. And you keep calling out, I own the block. What block do you own? And if you own it, why can't you be there? Y'all see where I'm at every day in my house. I am here in my space. Now, am I renting? That don't matter. But I live here every day. I don't move out. I don't leave when I'm done recording. I go in my room and go to sleep. You hear me? So that's the crazy part.
Therefore, we have step and repeats there, and we have lighting. We have just enough to do what we need to do. But we have a church building. Right?
But you don't go there. You don't even go here, sir.
Right? We have a church building. And it's
a temporary space. It's a temporary space that you guys are renting. And you're saying that while the church building that you do have is being renovated and put together, you're using that building.
He didn't say renovated. Don't make up shit for him, Black Hat. Don't do that, Black Hat. They got hats on. Let's put a hat on. But now y'all in hats, okay? You can't, Black Hat. You can't be around here making up shit for that man. He did not say that the church was under renovations because renovations ain't legal. They're not legal. He said it's some legal issues, and that's why they ain't in the church. Okay, thank you, IMD Nicole, for these super chats. You rented an event hall. You're renting an event hall. No, not even leasing a storefront. And stands for backdrops aren't that expensive or hard to put together or take down. And I'm like, right. Black Hat, don't be making up. No, it is not under renovation. It's legal situations around here.
Loading weekly, you're loading in and loading out every Sunday.
Every Sunday we load in and load out every single Sunday. And we also have revival midweek service on Wednesdays. I gave them the summer off, and we got to reload. We got to bring the speakers in. So this is what. So why would I put all of this stuff in there, right?
Let me ask y'all this. This man say he's into real estate. He owns places, he has tenants or whatever. Someone who's into real estate and owns things would not rent a space that he has to set up and break down every Sunday and Wednesday. That's a waste of money. You're paying someone rent. That's stupid. That's stupid. And we know New York is not cheap. in the real world, someone who owns and is into real estate would have rented a temporary space for about 6 months to avoid having to do, because your church is every Sunday. It's every Sunday. That's stupid. If this robbery, and this is the gotcha. This is the gotcha. You were robbed in a rented space. That ain't even your church. They robbed you in a rental space. Had you not said that, we would have assumed that was your church, and they know to do that all the time. And then for him to say, my church, we had to do this. It ain't your church, sir, because you get there on Sunday morning and set up and break shit down in the evening like a baby shower. You come in, you put the pink and blue balloons, you put the wings out, you get the games played, you eat the food, you leave, you go home, you break it down. You made it seem like that's your church, that's your space. It isn't. You broke down the church after you leave.
But I put all of this stuff in there and gotta keep reloading and moving and turning and this, and yeah, I've been there for some time, right? But it wasn't always like this, like the success that God has given us and doing for us or whatever the case may be. So that place just became temporary, just to be exact. It just became temporary because we have our own building. But until the building is right for us to move in, in our building right now, we can house over 500 people right now, right? Over 500 people right now. We
were there when this happened Sunday. How many people?
About 75 to 100 people, so 75 to 8 somewhere in between there, but just to close out what I asked you, what you asked me about the chronological order of what was happening.
That ain't what he asked you. That ain't what he asked you. They were asking you about the location. Okay, about the location. And to say you've been there for some time, for a little while, Brian. Shout out to Family Guy. How long was a while? And again, people were teasing you because they felt like you are this flashy, expensive, toting pastor, but your backdrop looked like it got push pins, and we now find out there are pins that are pushed. Why? Because you have to take it down when you leave. Maybe you duct tape. I don't know. Either way it go, it's temporary. Okay, thank you, Call Me Shay Gray. Hey, cousins. Hey, JayBirds, so beautiful. Thank y'all for the company. I've been kind of down. Oh, why you down? Get up. Okay, thank you for when you. Thank you so much. If you are down, but we get up. Okay, get on up. Call me Shay. Look, when you're having a bad day, come on around here. Okay, we love you. Thank you for super chat. But yeah, this man is on BS. You hear me? He lying. He lying.
When I came back to make sure my wife and everybody was all right, but they was all right because I had my team on her. And all of the chiefs came and everybody came, to make sure. I'm talking about all the top people came. And
all the top people came to his rental place. All the top people came to Rim Spoons, the Baby Shower Bandit building. All the top people came. All the everybody. The mayor, the superintendent, everybody. The governor, the mayor, Jesus' disciples. I'm pretty sure Mary Magdalene was there. Noah and the Ark. Okay, everyone came around here.
Thing was, I just wanted to make sure that the church was okay.
So to make sure the church was okay, you sent your people to stand by your wife. You then went and ran to your car and chased the armed men around the block. And when you came back, the police were there. You didn't stay around there to make sure anyone was okay. You chased the robbers away. How do you know the robbers did not expect you to run away and came back and killed everybody? Because you left.
Thing that I want to really reiterate to all the pastors out there that are hearing me, please look at what happened to me and don't let it happen to you. Right? You know, that's my main. If I went through it, you shouldn't have to go through it. Yeah. Right? And so the question becomes, well, how do we protect ourselves from going through something of that nature? Right? And I say this to you, by getting in contact with your local police department, right? So from here on out, right, the commissioners already have said that there will be officers in front of wherever Bishop Whitehead's church is. So from here on out, NYPD will be sitting outside my church until we load up and we pack up. So therefore, so for all of the pastors, right?
Hold on. So what y'all heard that man just say was, instead of the police being around policing the regular people, he would have police sitting around watching him at his rental space. Really, that's what he just said. The officers, the NYPD, will be sitting around protecting him. People get robbed every day. Do the police go sit up at their house? I'm just wondering. They watching that man. If I was the person renting him my space, I would say, sir, don't come back. Don't you're bringing too much heat over here. Get out my face. The way for people to not be robbed, anyone can get robbed at any time. Let's make that clear. Anyone can get robbed at any time. But you finna have the police sitting outside the baby shower rental space every Sunday while y'all set up church, put the push pins in, okay, and have services in your temporary rental church, even though you say you own the block that you can't work out of for some reason, which you would not explain. Get out my face.
Speak to your local precincts and tell them, and use me, use my church. These are Tomorrow International Ministries, because we are national news right now, right? And
Bishop, can you give out the address? What time is service this Sunday? Or is it gonna be just virtual? Are y'all gonna be there this Sunday?
Oh no, we're gonna be there this Sunday. Yeah,
because I paid the rental fee. They don't refund rental fees, so we're gonna be there every Sunday because I paid the rental fee and it's non-refundable. Now, let me tell y'all what my location is in case anyone try to come back around here to do some foolishness.
Give the address in case anybody wants to come visit worship times this Sunday.
Yes, so we're at 922 Remsen Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11236. And we start service at 9:30. And we're celebrating First Lady's birthday.
Happy birthday, First Lady.
Yeah. I can't see if she came up here because I know y'all turned the comments on and off. But yeah, it's her birthday is this Saturday, and we're celebrating it, on this Sunday at church. So it's going to be a great thing to do, and we're not going to allow what happened to damper her birthday. You got
any gospel artists coming in to celebrate to sing this Sunday?
No. I'm actually putting together a gospel concert.
And at that point, I stopped recording because at that point it was promotion. It was just promotional stuff. This fool said my wife's birthday is Saturday. We're gonna celebrate her birthday on Sunday at church, but we don't have no gospel people coming to sing for her on Sunday at Sunday service. It's because it's a rental space. It's not the church. Girl, I told y'all this foolishness was something. You know, a birthday collection plate celebration. Blink if you need help. Popping the bottles. Having a concert. Right, let's celebrate your birthday. Well, you got robbed last week. I love you, honey. It's like, what? You couldn't get nobody? Not even Kim Burrell? No one? Never could have made it. Never could have made it without you. Could have lost it all. But I'm stopping with God. I don't play with Jesus. I don't play with the God. Okay, right. All the stars, you know, call Keisha Cole, call 50 Cent, call whoever, call Takashi 69. You say he was a person too, girl. Look, hey my sweet babies, hey my loves, how are y'all doing? Okay, look. We have been around here for 2.5 hours. Okay, we are done. The fact that the live, I had 39 minutes of content. Okay, the live that he did and all that was 39 minutes. The fact that we went on here for 2.5 hours means I talk too damn much. Okay, one day I'm gonna not talk so much to not be around here for 2.5 hours or whatever. I'm not gonna do that no more. I hope y'all all had a great time today. Okay, look, I plan on having a gossip chat tomorrow about the foolishness going on around here. Okay, now I know for a fact that will not be 2.5 hours. Can't be. I just can't. Just can't. Okay. I hope everyone has subscribed to my channel to become a JayBird. Please remember to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG and also on Twitter. You know, season 1, episode 3 of the Days of Bishop's Lives, you know, we hope has come to an end. You know, let's hope we have something else to discuss next time. Because I feel like there's nothing left for us to say about him. Not unless the IRS and the FBI and the DEA kick a door in. Okay? And that's caught on live. That will be the next conversation that we have. Okay? However, I enjoyed my time with y'all. It is almost midnight here. It's 11:35 here. I'm going to bed. Okay? I do have a live set up tomorrow at 9 p.m. for the foolishness to be discussed. I have to get graphics together, but I have not done that just yet. So come back around here tomorrow at 9 p.m. for some foolishness chat about the other stars who do foolish things and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna put some water down my throat. I'm gonna call my mama and send a couple messages or whatever, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Okay, I love you all. Be blessed, be loved, be safe, stay protected, stay prayed up, and all of that. I love you all. We have a good time. See y'all tomorrow for more foolishness. I gotta go. Bye.